Howdy, welcome to episode 56 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Due to weird timing, I'm getting two fairly long quests back to back in the form of The Void Stares Back and Do No Evil, so I'm going to do a slightly short episode this week and then probably a longer episode next week. Nothing else on the docket though, let's get to the playthrough. I had to take a screenshot of this because it happened on another computer that I don't have a capture card for. I got my Imcondo Maddock to level 20, finally. It's insane how much, practical XP you need to be able to do that. Yeah, it's done, fortunately. That means Hone 6 has a double chance to proc, which is actually pretty noticeable. At some point I might consider removing Enlighten 2. Well, I should remove Enlighten 2, Wise 2, right? Because it's not doing me any good anymore. I have Wise 3 on the Excalibur. But I'll have to see, is there another perk I can put in there that can get double benefit? I'll look into it. Archaeology 106. Cruising through levels now. And by cruising, I mean it takes weeks. Dungeoneering 94? Yeah. No unlocks for that. Okay. Over here, collecting gold rune is one of the things I need to level my dungeoneering via archaeology. I did not know they changed cam dissolve pretty significantly. I think it's pretty funny that you still need a light source to get down here. This place is pretty well lit. Cool changes, though. 95 dungeoneering. Like 15 levels without actually going into the dungeon, which is great. Okay, next quest is Gunnar's Ground. I'm on my way over to Barbarian Village to do it. I guess this quest replaced Romeo and Juliet because they were very embarrassed about Romeo and Juliet. I don't know, I thought that quest was charming. Oh, that's interesting. They made it about a dwarf this time. A heart with burdens heavy does it lie. Never did I ever learn to fly. You're a poet too? Yes. Okay, it's in the same spirit as Romeo and Juliet, that makes sense. Cochlear absidosis? Love. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a dwarf in love with a barbarian. What do you actually need? Not built for combat. Poetry has proven a life of poverty. Kind of like this so far. Not to mention low stature. Yeah, sounds good. Ring of purest gold. Grave it with the words of my heart. Edgeville's metalsmith Jeffrey. Take one of my love poems to Jeffrey. Okay. Jeffrey. Hear about a gold ring. This guy's mean. I was hoping he would trade me a gold ring. A splendid love poem. Dwarf put you up to this, didn't he? Yes, he did. Just a plain gold ring. Okay. Now wait in eagerness for a loop of lustrous grandeur. I have one right here. Grave it. Okay, that's why I need crafting. What do you want me to engrave? Sounds simple enough. Isn't the chisel a bit clumsy? Okay. Engrave. Nice 125 XP. I think the original quest had no skill requirements at all. It had nothing to do with skills. Well, perfectly. I'm gonna give it to her. Very well. Don't tell her I'm a dwarf just yet. Where is she? Okay. Here's Gudrun. Wait. Gudrun, you got enough fish? I have plenty of fish. Hope this works. Stupid barbarian. You want something? Are you Gudrun? This is for you. Yes. The ring isn't for me. Great poet. I would say a short suitor. People have great respect for poets. People have great respect for poets. Is he from outside the village? Yes. Papa the chieftain would never let an Outerlander pursue me. Sure, people are my enemies. Want me to talk to your father? Want me to kill your father? Where is he? Okay. Chieftain. I need to speak with you. What? Are you deaf? You're barbarians. Freeman of the Ice. Chieftain, may I interrupt? Lived here since before the time of my father. Perhaps we're no longer a camp. Oh, Warlord Gunnar, okay. Go before Hevok can dismember you. Okay. Didn't go so well. Think about Gunnar's feelings. Who is Gunnar? My great-grandpapa. Don't seem to share your father's attitude toward him. Okay. He's like right outside. Did you give Gudrun the ring? What did she think? Did it capture her heart? There's a problem. It's because I'm a dwarf, isn't it? No, she liked the ring. Obsessed with stories of his ancestors. Oh, it stood for 100 years. You know a lot about the village's history? What if I wrote a poem, forged a sweeping historical epic, crafted a tale to touch the chieftain's soul? Oh, that's nice. Even the bloodiest rose must settle. Mixed metaphor. What settles? Tritus. It's hardly flattering. Even the rolliest boulder. How's the poem going? I'm a worthless wordsmith. What's the problem? I'm not some kind of word scientist. I just feel it out as I go. Cucumber monkeys, Saradomin barbarian. I'm gonna guess barbarian. One syllable long. Stray? Okay, that's good. Dungeoneering. Let's try grass. Let's rhyme with yet. I like debt or threat. I like danger. Threat. Long is gone the author of that threat. Someone did something. Schemed intently. Started a fight. Oh, I like swept to war. Nice. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, that's it. Okay. Get rid on it. Another gift from your mysterious suitor. It's a poem, a story to convince your father to settle down. You gonna recite it to him? I was wondering, like, why is this quest called Gunnar's Ground? That's so strange. This isn't gonna work. So pessimistic. Gunther's laughing. Probably considering the various tortures he has for me. Now you're just being ridiculous. Freemen, freemen, I have an announcement. We've borne the legacy of our ancestors, we have borne it with honor. For Gunnar! We honored them still, the time of our ancestors is past. This is the time of Gunthor. Gunther. Gunnar's Ground, nice. Must know who wrote that poem. That would be me, hello. Aw. Sorry. I had no idea dwarves could be so romantic. Come here. Aw, that's nice. Made him the village poet. Give him a house to live in. Oh yeah, the big house with roses outside, aka the Romeo and Juliet house. Oh, the boots that were in the attic of the house. See you soon. Nice. Cute little quest. I do think that was better and more fitting with RuneScape. So I could see why they added that. Gunnar's Ground is an extremely simple, extremely fast replacement for Romeo and Juliet because Jagex is clearly very embarrassed of that quest. It's a cute little story about a dwarf poet who has a crush on a barbarian lady, writes a poem for her, and wins her love. It's not creepy or weird or cringe, he just writes her a nice poem, and then her father disapproves, and then he writes a poem about the history of the barbarian clan, and makes the barbarians happy and is accepted to live among them as a poet. It's pretty nice, and it fits better into the Gielinor lore than Romeo and Juliet. I can understand why they cut that. Even though I enjoy the silly, goofy, Gower Brothers stuff, this is a reasonable choice. Next up is the Void Stairs back, which I think is back to... Oh, it's Felidor Park. Okay, on my way. Okay, Captain Karasi. Agents have tried their best. They're stretched thin. You can't just waltz into the Black Knight's fortress. I mean, I can, but... Just you in full Black Knight armor, you'll be able to infiltrate the fortress. Are you up for it? Sure. Wonder if they do more, like, trilogy quests like this, where they, like, release them essentially back-to-back. Find out anything you can about the cubes. Kidnapped a new recruit who wandered away from his brother knights. Okay. So we're going straight there. Okay, on my way. Wiki says all the items for this quest are obtainable during the quest, so I'm not gonna stress about that too much. Oh, that's interesting. The Black Knight armor it gave me is called bugged. So I guess they put like a listening device on it. Okay, we're up here at the Black Knight's fortress. Hey you, get over here. Okay. Wow, that was really easy. Oh, is this the one in Taverley? It is, okay. I can get here quickly with the archaeologist helmet because there's a collector here. Let's see, who am I talking to? See if anyone has a marker. I guess Lieutenant Crane does. Go away. Alright, there's a lot of rando NPCs here, so I'm going to look up what I'm supposed to do here. Took me forever. I finally tracked him down. It said Captain Gilroy, and I just could not find him. Well, we're all here. We can get on with the mission. Won't happen again. Okay. Oh shit. Someone just died? Holy cow, what happened? I'm gonna need the new guy to try the door next. Lock that door. Security door? I assume I have to do something in the room before I touch it, right? Or we're gonna have a bad time. Oh, there's like a puzzle in here. Numbers and a scale. There seems to be an order here. Someone swapped the labels on the crates. Classic. Someone switched the labels on the weights. Got company recruit. Have to figure it out by weighing it on both sides. Okay. Got a knack for determining small differences in weight. Hand me any two, I'll tell you which is the heavier. When you've worked it out, let me know. We'll get the labels put back where they belong. Okay, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be pretty doable. Okay, so, for example, if I take the one labeled 2 and the one labeled 3, I ask him to compare. Can I just use them on him? 3 is lighter than 2. All right, you don't need to see me do this. I'm just going to make a little spreadsheet where I can compare the weights of all of them. Try to do this as efficiently as possible. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to like pick these up and add different combinations, but you can just keep them in your hand and just add all the combinations and write it down. Okay, I think I've got it now. Weights in the crate labeled 2 actually weigh 4 from my notes. 3 actually weigh 2. 4 actually weigh 5. 5 actually weigh 3. 6 actually weigh 5. Cool. 15 is the pass number per day. You need a total weight of 15 on each scale. Oh, but now they're correct. Okay. Click on a slot to select it. Click on a weight to place it in that slot. Click to activate to try your solution. You may freely overwrite weights in a slot. I see. So both of these need to add up to 15, I think is the idea. That should be straightforward. Hey, buzzes with an unlock and a click. Monsters. Oh, these are pest control monsters. Oh, I might actually need to grab my ectoplasm. They're all dropping key blocks. Got him, I think. What do we do now? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Where's that broken block? Not volunteering if you make an order. Need supplies to fix the forge. Hunt around our base and see what you can find with the things nearby. Forge is in a room northwest of here. Drop this, you moron. Oh, he must have given me one of the blocks from the one he killed. The wiki said all items are obtainable on site and said there's a piece of hard leather I can get from this crate here. Oh, they made the jailer look kind of cool. A cool weapon? Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he shows up in a quest later. Very strange to actually get items in crates. I'm not used to that. What else does he want us to do here? Forge. Took me forever to find the forge. It's over here. It is very tiny. Need a limestone brick? I thought I was supposed to get one. Oh, Wiki says it's in the crate over here. Okay. There. Fuel and light it. I gotta go find, oh yeah, the logs. Light. Okay. Fixed. Head back. It must go on this wall over here. I don't know if it matters what order I do it in. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Do like the security runes. It's kind of cool. All right, what are we doing in here? Control. Not inclined to trust these panels. Look for spring-loaded traps. Something's protecting the panel. Hidden catches. Magical traps. Nice try, mysterious opponent. Click on a piece to select it and again on the grid to place it. To select a piece, click on the deselect button. To return a piece from the grid, right click on it and click reset. Whoa, what are we doing here? Guess we need to make this line straight through here. Okay, so I have to have enough pieces to be able to make a line that fits through the center. I'll stare at this for a second and try to figure it out. Oh, that's interesting. These are like pieces. They're like huge chunks. Yeah. Okay, this might be a little complicated. This wasn't actually too bad. It's essentially about finding the tetrominoes that fit, more so than looking for the specific symbols. I think that's correct. Yeah, okay. Oh, is this the past goop? Oh, the crates and the puzzle cubes. Uh-oh, that's extremely bad. Lord Aquarius. Was he indeed? Recruit front and center. He's gonna suspect me. Yes, sir. Should have known. Arrest this man. All of our lives might be at stake. You White Knight scum are always on a mission to save the world. True in the past, not this time. Not on a White Knight mission. With the Void Knights. Appeal to his love with the Black Knights. Let's try explaining the danger in calm, rational terms. Only part of that, someone was helping you. Someone who had ulterior motives and has now betrayed you. This is gonna be like teaming up with Magneto, essentially. Oh shit. You people stop invading my secret bases? The Valuta. Oh yeah, they set that up in the first quest. No time to explain. All the Knights of Felid are banded together to protect our land. Did you bully me into this as well? Yes. Get to kill, pass, and take revenge on that son of a brawler who killed your men. How does that sound? I have to lead the force. You seem to switch sides at a whim and hold allegiance to none. Yeah, I love the RuneScape protagonist, at least until I become the World Guardian. I'll do it. Yo. Probably not going to need that. It's a tier 75 weapon. That's actually kind of surprising. Wonder if I can augment it. Not as good as the thing I have already, but you can augment it. Huh. That's kind of cool. I guess this quest is pretty high requirements. 80 magic, 78 attack and strength. Great. This is, again, other than Fairy Tale Part 3 and I guess Lunar Diplomacy, one of the first like truly relevant quests I've done in chronological order here. Who else are we talking to? Give the signal by entering the portal myself. Alright, so it said something about preparing for combat. Don't know if I need to go get my ectoplasm or if I should be fine as I am. I guess I can turn on vampirism. I'll just do that. Okay, I guess there's a game called Conquest, which is like an enhanced version of pest control. Never done that before, but I'm just gonna try to do it. Further than expected, but no matter. Professor Melville. He has been pretty well set up. Never about respect and revenge. I am the greatest summoner alive. Mocked my imps. Oh, he's the one who opened the portals. Wait, he said my imps. Is this the imp catcher guy? Because that's extremely funny if it is. Oh my god, it is the imp catcher guy. What a big payoff. Neutralize Voluta, drain its life force. Detested you for many years and you're too late now. We'll summon the Pest Queen. Ah, okay, so it's like the Barbarian Assault Queen. Don't stand your ground, don't get too close. Cave's collapsing. Everything's still attached. Not done yet. Tuning comm orb to a higher frequency TIFF. Don't use your comm orb much. It's weird hearing him called Cation. That's a strange interference in your location. Pickaxe. It's nice to just have that teleport in before we hit the tool belt. Best get started then. Need reinforcements. Just start bringing troops to the portal. Oh, okay, is this minigame like almost RTS-like? Send troops to the portal. Prep the conquest squad. Brave Marstead has experience commanding these troops. Do I? You bet. Okay, I'm gonna try to just win with my own combat abilities. Only transmit your orders in bursts, allowing the comm warp time to recharge. Oh, maybe I just do it all via the comm orb. Okay, well, I have no idea how this works, so good luck. Oh, it's like turn-based? Huh. It's kind of interesting. I've unlocked 1,000 music tracks. Whoa. This is kind of cool, actually. It's almost like chess, I guess? They have a bunch of pieces. Or maybe more like Stratego. You probably don't need to watch me play a whole game of this, but I'll report in as interesting things happen. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Take a look at the full quest guide to get an idea. I guess this is like a PvP minigame, which is kind of interesting. Kind of like having this turn-based, almost board game. It looks like it works pretty well in RuneScape. The recommendation on the wiki is to just go ahead and line everybody else in the back. Doesn't really matter, because your knights and halberdiers can take care of stuff on their own-ish. Oh, had a bad start. Had a guy come down, a splatter, and explode, killing a couple of my units, but hey, that's how we learn, I guess. Honestly, a pretty cool minigame. I'm not super good at it, but I think I kind of grok it. I have to practice to get better at it, since you only can control one person per turn. It's kind of like a tactical RPG where you only get to control one unit from your army every round. I've learned I need to use my scouts to sacrifice themselves against the splatters. Okay, if I do win this, it's going to be completely on the back of my champion and my ability to heal him, but I'm definitely far behind, so I'm probably going to have to try this a second time here when I die. I think I'm going to be okay just because of the spells that I get here that make my life a bit easier. Mostly just winning based on the champion, though. This is a neat little minigame. I didn't even know this existed. I actually need to hit this spinner 2 more times. Oh, we got it. We're good. First try, that wasn't too bad. It's the last of them dealt with. Well, he's just been mining the wall the entire time. Teleporting now. Jessica, hold on, I'm coming. Prepare yourself for battle. Gothics only knows what could be waiting for us in there. Okay. That took me like 30 minutes, so my vampirism aura is almost up, so hopefully I'm not dead. Oh, Voluta's a big, cool turtle? Never help you. Cubes have drained the Voluta. Use that power to open the portal. I need a death to catalyze the summoning of the queen. I can kill Jessica, or I can order my pest to kill Karasi. That's fucked up. Make your choice. That's fun. It's like Mass Effect. I actually like both of those characters, though, unlike Mass Effect, where it's like, can I let both of them die? I feel like I'm being baited to save Jessica. That would be the very, like, typical choice. So, given that I'm trying to do this playthrough for people who may have made a different choice, I will save Karasi instead, just out of pure contrarianism. Whoa, that thing looks great. Holy shit. This is a really cool quest. You're under arrest. Only if you catch me. Whee! Okay. You okay? Kill the pest queen. Maybe that creature does. Okay. How do I combat the pest queen? Match the beast's devastating attacks with those of your own. Try to defeat the void drones. Protect your friends while they do their work. Okay, so apparently necromancy is going to work. I guess I can warp out and then come back and go get my ectoplasm. Okay, summon your conjurers before you equip the sword. Keep the necromancy offhand equipped. Ghost provides full sustain without food. The skeleton does the majority of the damage. Okay. Need to have the sword, but I don't actually have to use it apparently. That's funny. Can you send me back? Lost your sword. Alright, so we go in here, we attack the pest queen. Summon conjures. And I switch to the sword. I should just be able to attack. And use the special attack, question mark? To find out where that is. Yeah, my skeleton's doing a ton of damage to this thing. That's actually pretty funny. So I gotta use the special attack at some point. There it goes, disrupt. Ignore the ads, probably. Got her. Alright, necromancy trivializes something yet again, of course. I like the corpse of the thing. Nice. What exactly are you? Voluta, protector of weak places. Guard this world against creatures from the void and beyond. No, people can still do pest control. We're all Voluta? Yeah. We're all part of the balance. Blah, blah, blah. It's the more pressing matter how I want to torture Gray's Act to death, and I want to do it now. Never call me lame Zag again. Let's do Locked Up for Life by the White Knights. You're pathetic. No, Marstead's pathetic. Thank you for your help. You lied to a bartender to make life easier on yourself. This is funny. They're summarizing all of my choices from the quest. You left the doorkeeper alive, despite the fact that he could potentially have identified you later and disrupted the entire mission. No need to kill unarmed slaves. I do like doing this. It's very cute. I could see what they were going for, especially in 2014 when this came out. Or 2010, I should say. Huzzah, that's a lot of XP. That's pretty cool. Oh, and you get an elite Void Knight top at the end, which is garbage in this game. That's really unfortunate. Tier 42, wow. Terrible. That's exciting in old school RuneScape. That's nothing over here. All right, I'm gonna use these books on oh wait, no, it's only combat skills. So I think magic is the one that's furthest behind. So I'll just do magic. Okay, cool. Oh, that's interesting. The Void Knight top color changes depending on the moral choices you made during the quest. I'm just going to disassemble it. It gives me some pestiferous components that I don't think I'm ever going to use, but I'm also not going to use that top ever, so I'll take 4 components. That's fine. The Void Steers Back is the conclusion to the trilogy of quests about the Void Knight Outpost and pest control. It's pretty stellar. It involves breaking into the Black Knight's fortress in order to explain to them, essentially, that they're being manipulated with the escaped pest from the previous 2 quests. You end up getting a temporary alliance between the White Knights, the Black Knights, the Temple Knights, and the Void Knights against the villain, who turns out to be the bad guy from Imp Catcher, which is really funny. The craziest part of the quest has you choose between whether or not Karasi or Jessica from the previous quest has to die, which is very 2010 in terms of game design. I shouldn't throw stones. I'm the guy who, I wear a Mass Effect hoodie on all of my streams for the last 10 years. So it's very clearly inspired by BioWare style RPGs. Like the quest even concludes with an NPC summarizing all of the moral choices that you made. I'll be very surprised how much, if any of this, can make it to future quests. I know that this quest is a prerequisite for the World Wakes, so I will be curious to see whether the character in the World Wakes is different depending on whether you spared Karasi or Jessica. Given that they removed all the prerequisites from that quest, I'm really nervous about how that's going to play out. The quest itself, though, is mostly a series of puzzles. It concludes with a game of Conquest, which is a minigame that I didn't even know existed. I think you can play it in-game before doing this quest. I don't think this is supposed to be the introduction to Conquest, but I've never encountered it by other means. Conquest is pretty cool. It's like a cross between like Stratego and like a turn-based tactical RPG. Instead of an initiative system like a tactical RPG would have, though, every time you get a turn, you get to pick one unit to move and attack. It's pretty good, and it works pretty well in the RuneScape engine, so this is the kind of thing I'd love to see ported to old school. Maybe they could have some cool rewards tied to it. It concludes with a boss fight against the Pest Queen, which, as usual, is fully trivialized by necromancy. Even though you're required to attack it with a melee weapon, you can just summon some of your necromancy conjures and then equip the weapon, and it just dies. This quest is unusual from the quests I've done so far, from release date to 2010, in that it actually gives you a relevant item. You get a tier 75 melee weapon. So that's better than Barrow's gear and something that you could actually augment. I'm obviously no longer need it because I've got the Tetsu equipment from Player on Ports. But it's neat to have quests that actually, matter. I can see RS3 players hating quests substantially more than old school players. I know there's a category of people who really dislike quests, but in old school, almost every quest feels like it's unlocking something important, even if the thing it's unlocking is another quest that unlocks something important. I'm almost certainly doing this in the worst possible order by playing in chronological order, because the way RS3 has been structured, the older the content, the more likely it is to be completely useless in the modern endgame, which is less true in old school. Anyway, the quality of the quest was really good. I'd be interested to see if they do this trilogy thing again, where they release 3 quests almost back to back in the same year. It's kind of a neat way of doing things. You can have a first, second, and third act. You can theme them around different things and have different rewards. And you can also have players do the first quest when they have low prerequisites and have the final quest. This one actually had pretty substantial prerequisites. That concludes the episode. I was hoping to also fit Do No Evil into this one, but Void Stairs Back is a pretty epic quest, so didn't want it to run like 2.5 hours long. Next week, we'll definitely include the conclusion of Do No Evil, which means we'll be done with all of the 2010 quests and we'll be moving on to 2011. It feels like a really nice milestone to clear a year of quests. We're still a couple years out from the release of Evolution of Combat. EOC launches in November of 2012, so I think the last quest before EOC is Some Like It Cold, which is a late 2011 quest that's a sequel to the Penguin series. I'm very hopeful, but not counting on it, that the quest will become a little bit more interesting after EOC's launch. Not because EOC is good for the game, but because EOC won't be like deprecating the combat in all of the quests. We're probably not going to get there to see that until around the end of 2024, I would expect, maybe sometime in December. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.